Hello, my name is Pasi Kauppinen and I'm from Sonata Arctica. I'm gonna show you my bass gear, what I'm using on this US tour. The basic system on this is that I'm using two direct lines, and the first one is dry, and it's just a direct output from the bass, direct box, and I'm using radial J48. It's a clean, neutral sounding box and I really like it. Another line is which is going through from here, goes actually the first thing is the Shure tuner and wireless pedal. That's before this radial box, and it splits the signal from here, and then I have a compressor pedal. It's just a little bit limiting and compressing the sound before it's going through EBS overdrive pedal. I really like this Billy Sheehan pedal because you can use this like clean and crunch sound together, so when you put the overdrive it doesn't go just loose bottom sound at all, and it keeps the bottom there as well. I play with two sounds. I have a basic crunch sound, which is when I use this on, and on a couple of ballad songs I have this off, and then it's just clean. After that, after the distortion overdrive pedal, there is a main preamplifier, which is Carl Martin bass drive. It's just a little bit EQing and it's all the time on, so it's basically bass preamplifier. After that I have a little bit DC electronic chorus, and it's just a little bit giving something to the sound, but I just like that there's a little bit chorus and it's a little bit wider the sound that's without. After that I have a booster pedal, which just makes it louder for a tapping part. I have an Wolf's Dayang song that it's like a solo boost. And after that I have a speaker simulator that makes the sound easier to hear, listen when you don't have any amplifier and cabinets. So basically it's just here. The engine of the whole pedal board is one-spot power, which feeds all the other pedals. I've been using Warwick basses since 1995, so 21 years now. I bought my first Warwick Streamer, Bolton 5-string bass on them, and I really like them. I basically use all the time Warwick basses. This I bought in a second hand. It's my backup bass on this tour. I haven't played it yet, but and hopefully I don't have to. But this bass is custom made for me from Warwick Custom Shop, and actually it looks like basic Warwick Streamer, but it's really custom made actually for me, because I had that my first Warwick I bought in 1995, and there my bass tech took it, and they went to the guitar replace guitar building guy, and he took it, ripped it to the parts, and they took measure of every part they had on that bass, and then I sent those measures to the Warwick factory, and they made a new 95 bass for me. I'm using the regular MEC pickups. They were on the first bass I had, and I really liked them, so I wanted the same here. I use Ernie Ball regular Slinky 45 130. The neck is 7-piece. I really like that there's many woods on that way, because it keeps tuning better, and basically this is kind of the same that when you got the original bass with electronic and that way, but how it feels on my hands, that's the different what you don't have when you buy a regular bass. And then I just a little bit make this for my own. So there's bass tuning, treble, balance, and volume. And then there's Sonata Arctica dots.
Hello, I'm Elias from Sonata Arctica, and we are here in Chicago, and I want to show you my stuff. Basically, for this tour, I have an amplifier or a cabinet, so I'm using this Engel preamp 570, and these Carl Martin amp speaker simulators. I have two. They're like stereo, and effect-wise, I have this TC Electronic Nova system, and we are going straight to the PA with the line sound, and yeah, that's basically it. And then I have like two wireless Sennheisers for two guitars, so I can switch real quickly. This Engel preamp has pretty decent sound by itself, but these are really killers because there's not too much of choice to wiggle around. So there's just basically one sound, and it's good. And yeah, just nothing special. So I have my custom model ESP guitars, and I use 6-string and 7-string, and the other 7-string is just for backup. They are EMGs. Just I believe that they are Zakk Wylde, sort of Zakk Wylde, and this is just EMG for the 7-string. They are DRs, DR 9 to 46, and for the 7-string, is 56 chords. So yeah, I look it up, with ESP, and I sort of use the Kirk Hammett model. On this guitar, on this 6-string, I have stainless steel frets, so they are not wearing out so quickly. And what else? I mean, some of the guitars have rosewood fretboard, and some of them has an ebony like this. So yeah, I like to try things out. And this pickguard, I designed it myself. I draw it on the paper. It's quite cool with all those like this. And this is just a sticker that I made for me.
Hi, I'm Aaron Newport. I'm Tommy Portimo's drum tech for Sonata Arctica, and I'm going to take you through the kit today. Basically, it's a pretty standard setup. It's a Pearl reference kit. Got 10 by 10 rack tom, 10 by 12, and it's 10 inches deep by 12. 16 by 16, and 16 by 18, which is 16 deep by 18. Believe this is 5-inch deep by 14 reference snare, and this is Tommy's personal snare. He brings this from Finland. We rent the kit from SST, and Pearl provides it for us. So this is the kit he uses in America. This snare he takes with, that's why it's purple. He takes this with him back home, and he brings it because he a lot of drummers, I'm this way myself, you get an attachment to a snare, and it has a certain tonality, it has a certain characteristic, and once you get used to it, you tend to want to stick with it. So As far as hardware, it's all Pearl. I forget exactly which series, but it's the higher end series. These are actually kind of cool. This is really nice. You can loosen this and it'll swivel 360, which is really nice for cymbal placement. I don't have to move the whole arm. And they're incredibly stable. He hits like a Mack truck, and nothing's broken, nothing's bent. I mean, it's really good hardware. We're using the Icon rack, which is, to my knowledge, other than the old DC50s that Pearl came out with, it's the only square-sided rack that I've seen. Most of them are usually tubular, and what's nice about this rack is it's very stable. Nothing moves. I mean, the kit may shake a little bit when he's just, hammering on it, but nothing really moves. Got the Pearl hi-hat stand with the hoop attachment, and this is so he can get it in closer, and pulls the legs up here. And then I keep a key right here just in case he has an emergency and I can't get to him quick enough. These are his custom Baalbek sticks. Got his signature and the "We Need Some Vodka" logo on it. And if you've ever been to a Sonata show, you know why that's important. These are really cool, actually. I was not familiar with this company until I started working with Tommy, but a lot of the Finnish guys use these. They're lacquered here, and they're actually have I forget what the actual finish is called, but when your hand heats up, the stick gets tacky, and it makes them a lot easier to grip. We're using all Remo. It's all he ever uses. We got Power Stroke 3 clears on the the kick drums are 18 by 22, 18 inches deep, 22 inches around. We're using clear Power Stroke 3s, which is a 1-ply head with an underlay ring. We use the Fallon Slam pads, which if we didn't have these, he'd probably go through a set of heads every night. On the toms, we're using clear pinstripes on top, clear ambassadors on bottom, which is basically anybody that's playing rock or metal that's using Remo. That's pretty standard. On the snare, we're using an ambassador bottom, and we're using an Emperor X coated top, which is a 2-ply head with an underlay circle. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a black dot underneath it. Very, very stable tuning, lasts a long time, and really has, for such a thick head, it has a lot of dynamics, which is pretty surprising. Usually thicker heads, they sound kind of, for lack of a better term, tubby. This has a really good crack to it, and but he can also do like build-up rolls like really well with it. As far as pedals, he's using the Demon drives, but he's using the chain series, not the direct drive, and he uses the Eliminator beaters. Basically, it's just a preference. He likes the way they feel, and he likes the sound of the plastic. And I've even asked him why he doesn't use the wood beaters that come with them, and he likes the Eliminator beaters. It's just a preference. Cymbals, all Peisty, pretty much all Alpha series. As far as hi-hats, we've got 14-inch medium hats over here, nice and crisp. They're really dynamic. We got 14-inch rock hats over here, Alpha series as well. Very heavy, got a good chick sound to them. This is the only cymbal on his kit that isn't Alpha. It's a stock 18-inch Rude China. Really loud, really abrasive, really just a good sounding China. He uses a 20-inch full ride, which he actually crashes it a lot. Like he uses it almost more like a crash ride when he's not playing the bell. And it's got a really good tone to it actually when he plays it like that. And then you got 20-inch rock crash, 18-inch rock crash, 17-inch rock crash, 16-inch rock crash, all Alphas. Very heavy duty. You got a lot of cut to them, but they're still pretty musical. I mean, a lot of the thicker cymbals, again, like the thicker heads, they tend to be less musical, I guess. But these have a good cut to them. These are the Alpha Series metal splashes. He's got a 10 and 12. And then stacked on top, we've got I believe a 6 and an 8 2002 series cup chime, which he uses those kind of sparingly. They're in a couple of songs, but every once in a while when he solos, he'll kind of dig into them. But they're actually really cool. I dig it. We also run triggers on the kick drums. We run mics and triggers. These are the Roland Triggers. Really roadworthy, sound great, never had any problems with them. I've done a couple tours with these guys and never had a hiccup with them, which anybody that uses triggers knows. Usually triggers are very temperamental. These are not. You put them on, go, done. Pretty much all Audix. Now, I don't know what brand these are. This is something Miko, our front of house engineer, does. These are ribbon mics, and they're cheaper ones, so they, because they're on the road, and ribbon mics are usually really expensive. But I've never really seen anybody use ribbon mics live, but it gives you a great instead of having the big overhead mics, we put them down here, and it gets the whole array of cymbals. Then you've got your Audix mics for the hi-hat, the ride. You've got the D2s on these toms, D4s on the floor toms, and then in the kick drums, we're actually using the Shure mics. I can't remember the actual model number, but it's the platform mics, the rectangular shaped ones. So we use triggers and mics, only on the kicks though. Everything else is non-triggered. But and honestly, best kick drum sound ever is when you mix the two, you get the best of both worlds. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. He's using just a stock Pearl Throne. And one thing we've been doing this tour, he used to play his drums really low, like so low that a lot of times these toms would scrape the kick drums, and I could almost not play his kit because he's a little shorter than me. But we've been raising his snare and his floor toms and his throne little by little, and the hi-hat little by little, just to experiment. And this is probably the highest it's ever been, and he's been really, really digging it. It makes his playing more fluid, and he's way more comfortable. So it's a little pro tip: experiment with your kit. You'll never be done doing that, and if you are, keep doing it.